Welcome to another session on image enhancement. In this video, I will be discussing about the spatial domain filtering. So far, we have seen the basic gray level transformation and histogram processing. Now we will be looking into spatial filtering. Spatial filtering, you know that filtering involves convolution. So therefore, correlation and convolution are related. Uh, So convolution is same as correlation but shifted by or rotated by 180 degrees. So therefore, it both requires some padding. Now, what exactly is spatial filtering? Spatial filtering we will be doing using filters. The smoothing can be done. How smoothing is done? It can be used for blurring the information so that it is smoothed. By doing this, we can reduce the noise content in the image. What the smoothing filters are also called as averaging filter or a low pass filter. Now, this is an example of a smoothing filter. This is a mask, and you take the total value of this 8 connected pixels. So it will be 9. So divided by 9, so you get an average value. Or the values here are 16, so you divide it by 16. So these are the two different types of masks for smoothing operation. So this is the resultant. So you have the different images here. As you can see, this image is smoothed by a mask of 3 by 3, and as we go on increasing, the image becomes blur. So we have seen in the other discussion, if we have the filters, ideal filters, it will give rise to ringing effect. Here, if you are using Butterworth or the Gaussian type of filters, it will not give rise to ringing effect. So this is only blurring is happening here. So this is an example of smoothing filter. You can perform smoothing operation by using the order statistics filters, but these are non-linear filters. For example, the median, if you want to compute around this mask, these are the different values. If you arrange it in the ascending order, so 124, you find out that as a median value. So you can use the median filter such that you replace each center point by that median value. This is good for removing impulse or the salt pepper kind of noise. Or you can replace that value by the maximum to detect the brightest points, or you can replace with the minimum value to detect the darkest point. So these are all the order statistics filters. Next, you can perform the the sharpening operation. So sharpening operation means it's the high pass operation. Smoothing is a low pass operation. Sharpening is a high pass operation. In this case, you can use the first order for first order derivative. You know that sharp is the edges. So edges are all contained is a sharpness. So therefore, they are all the high frequency information. So they can be obtained by using derivatives. So here first we are checking out with the first order derivatives. So when we use a first order derivative, we can find out the sharp edges. Therefore, we have different operators or the masks. So these two operators are called as the Roberts cross gradient operator, and this is the Sobel operator uh, for the horizontal and vertical detection. And we can also this is the application of using the first order derivative here. So we have seen that we can see that this is a image of a contact lens, and there is a defect here. So by using the Sobel gradient is a first order derivative. So by using the Sobel gradient, we are detecting this defect. Next, another example. So of using the Sobel edge detector. So we have checked here for this image. So all the sharp edges are shown here. Next, why you use this? It is to highlight the fine details, to enhance the fine details that has been blurred. So you can also perform the sharpening by using second order derivative. So second order derivative means it's the Laplacian. So here is the different filters which are having the Laplacian function. So these are the different Laplacian. So the total sum will be equal to 0. Now by using the Laplacian on this different this image of the North Pole of the moon, we can see this is the Laplacian filtered image. This is the Laplacian image scaled, and this is the image enhanced by using the Laplacian equation. Next, we can perform unsharp masking also by using the spatial domain filters. So unsharp masking is basically to blur the original image. So this can be done by subtracting the blurred image from the original to get a mask, and then add that mask to the original so that you get the unsharp masking. So if example, you see these are the sharp edges here. So by performing stretching operation or blurring operation, we eliminate that sharp edges, then we subtract this, then we get only the sharp mask, and then we add it to the original and we get the unsharp edges, unsharp image. So this is an example here. This is the original image and the blurred image, and blurred and inverted, because we need to find the subtraction. How we find it is by taking the negative. So you get the inverted image, blur the inverted image and add it to the original image. You get the unsharp image. Next, we can also use the high boost filtering for the high frequency. So that is to enhance some high frequency information that are completely eliminated in the background of the image. So we know that high pass filtering can be obtained by original image by subtracting the low pass filtered image from the original image. So this results in a high pass filtered image. So it's the same concept we will be using. So high boost filtered image is multiplying the original image by a factor of A, and then subtracting the low pass filtered image from this result, where A is a parameter which has a typical value more than 1. It will be 1.2 or 1.5 and so on. Around 1, little more than 1. So the resultant image depends on the choice of A. So high boost filtering is used for printing and publishing industries. So this is the example of the original image here, and the result of blurring the image and making it unsharp, and then result of using the unsharp masking and using high boost filtering. So this is another example where the value of A is 1.15 here and 1.2 here. So we can see the difference of this image. So we can use all the methods whatever we have used so far to perform the composite spatial enhancement. So so that we can get a very good result. So you can use the Laplacian and then followed by a gradient, then smoothing operation. Then you can use a Laplacian and gradient mask. Then you can add back to the original image, and you can use the power law for stretching the gray level intensity. So this is the image of a body scan, whole body scan, and where this all the spatial enhancement methods are used. This is the example. So the image is not so very clear. You perform the Laplacian of that, you get the sharp edges. Then again, you sharpened it by adding the A and B. And this is the Sobel edge for this. For this, you apply the Sobel edge. Next, you again smoothen this Sobel edge by using a 5 by 5 averaging filter. Then you perform the mask. Then you sharpen the image, and then you you obtain the final result by all the process, by combining all the process. So therefore, you can see that this image is much brighter than the original image, and more clearer details are present in this. So therefore, you can combine all the methods for a very good spatial enhancement. So in this discussion, we had seen the spatial filtering. In the next, we will look into the enhancement done in the frequency domain. Thank you.